at the age of 36, it is not an easy development and performances. Uh, Nowadays, we see exactly huge performances from really older people. Maybe 10 years ago, football players used to get retired at 32, at 33, sometimes with injuries. 31, he was accepted as an old player, but nowadays Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, goalkeepers until they're very 38, 39 ages, they keep continuing. So Burak's performance for consistency. Football is about consistency and tomorrow. Football is about tonight and tomorrow. It makes attractive football because next week, previous week, and previous seasons doesn't make many difference. New squads, new tournaments, and all games are starting. All games start from 0-0. So it is, I think, the magic of football. That's why a lot of millions and billions of people are curious about football, because new tournament, new cup, new excitement. So as long as a football player continues his performance, he can stay on pitch. So I didn't expect from Burak that he could play in French league, because French league is a really strong league. In the end, all kind of challenges, face to face, head to head challenges, and like African descended defense players, many players, they get tackles. They have many tackles that French league, many games in France, goalless, or in France, really goal average is much lower than German league and much lower than even Premier League, Spain, La Liga, Italy, even than Italy. Many games, in close games, especially close games in France, really tough to make scores or to contribute as assist maker or somehow. And I didn't expect that Burak could have that physical quality at his age. I even didn't think when he was younger he could do that, because as I say, physical contact in France, maybe over than average, over than German league, because physical contact is playing a huge role in it is system, and it is equal of French league. It is what French league contains. And if you watch a French league, if you watch those kind of games, Lille's game, Lille against Lyon, Paris Saint-Germain now is a technical team. It's a different team. It's like Galaxy team. We can set apart. We can set them apart. We can put them apart. But when we consider other teams, they are still concrete, and they are still battling on the pitch like they are supposed to do. So it is really we need to give Burak his credit. We need to give him that credit, not because of hat trick. I think it was reward. Burak's free kick goal was reward of his confidence, because if Hakan Çalhanoğlu was on pitch at the moment, I think Burak wouldn't take the free kick, because natural free kick taker from wherever, doesn't matter from wherever, Hakan Çalhanoğlu takes all corner kick and all free kick in this team normally, and it's how it could be. But I think it was reward of maybe nature, reward of God for him, because he wanted to. He had Burak Yılmaz had the opportunity to show his skills. He has that confidence and that strike skill inside of inner of his foot. He uses very well, and he has that strike always in his equipment, in his play, in his as his gun, because he makes good runs. He used to make runs always. Maybe he was criticized normally because he was catching. He catches offside easily, but he has that run, and he at that set pieces, at that free kick, he uses his inner part of his foot perfectly, and it was high quality of free kick. I think we can wait that free kick from really natural free kick taker, and he took very well. It was not a coincidence kick. It was not a coincidence hit. He had this, and he broke the pressure, and he did. He deserved a hat trick because of his confidence, I think, and he kept wanting all along his career. He wanted to put up always. And center backs are too important for Turkey, because two center backs have a promising career, and I think one of them, Ozan Kabak, plays in Liverpool. He contracted in previous last transfer window, and Çağlar Söyüncü plays in Premier League in Leicester City from maybe 2 years before. So he and that duo has had good harmony, and they were compatible. They are as individual, they are promising. They have a physical quality. They have ball using skills, but they need to be more careful in Norway game, because Netherlands just used wings, and when they were down 2-0 down or 3-0 down, they used generally wings, and they just as center backs they were supposed to just wait, and Depay didn't force the Turkish Turkish center backs with dribblings with ball or without ball. He didn't try to dribble without ball against behind of Turkish defense. So he didn't try to make these runs, which I'm sure Sorloth, Haaland, other important forward will do in Norway. Memphis Depay is a good forward, but I didn't expect from him that he has other things. He is good with ball. Maybe he, when Netherlands team directly collapse all game to their Memphis Depay is type of football player. He is being rolled, and then he get the position he tries to use, but he doesn't force. But Sorloth, Haaland, all kind of Norwegian squad lineup forwards, they will use it. They will use all their skills, and they will try to go behind the defense, and they will pass each other. They will play with each other also. Even though doing this mark, picking one of these forwards like Haaland, you can be forced, you can struggle a lot as a defense player to hold, to pick the Haaland. But even more, they are playing together with Sorloth. They are all physical, and they can pass each other. They can do these two-man plays each other. They can be wall to each other, and they can pass each other these throw balls. They can chest down the ball. They are really comfortable to play each other also. I didn't watch Norway, never 90 minutes, but I watched highlights, and then I saw Haaland assisted to Sorloth. Sorloth tried to assist to Haaland. They are comfortable playing each other. So it is very, very dangerous for Turkey. It is really, really dangerous for our star candidates, our stars also, because when you are playing in Premier League as Turkish player, as foreigner, I think you are already star, and you must stay as star, and which they do. Ozan Kabak plays in Liverpool as replacement of Van Dijk, and I think he need to fulfill much of expectations. And when he was playing in Galatasaray, I saw some positions that he was punished by penalty. He made some silly mistakes. He used to do them. He continued to do them on Schalke games, and I think is it penalty or not? But when you didn't see, when you don't see ball, the man is going away. Your man is going away. You must stop. You must stop using your hands. And the English, even the referee was English, so they don't give many penalties. They don't whistle on many contacts as penalty. It is difficult to get penalty on those contacts in Premier League, even though he did. Maybe the result was already known, like 4-2, even 4-3. From that point, like last seconds, I didn't think 4-4 was possible, but unnecessary. I think he referee was going to call that penalty even if the score was 3-2 also, because they want to in Europe they don't do those kind of things. What they see, they try to give. It is international game, so I didn't see that De Jong, or it was De Ligt, maybe defensive player, but he is physical, he is tall, he is dangerous. So the position was other point. You need to keep that contact before, and when he is when he is getting the move, when he moves himself inside, you need to just control with your body. Now it is unnecessary. It happens always. It happens in football games, but fortunately or unfortunately, from my point of view, unfortunately, we have started to see many unnecessary penalty calls, penalty kicks happen out of nowhere. So I don't like a lot as a football watcher, football fan, because it changes the destiny of football, the destiny of result easily, out of nowhere, and one offside, onside. We cannot give a credit to football, but if it is in rules now, defensive football players must be more cautious than ever, and they need to be balanced. They need to use their energy on correct side. They mustn't make silly mistakes. So Ozan Kabak needs to watch out his mistakes. He has really that skills. His feet is very well for a defensive player, for a center back. But I didn't mean technical talk, but I needed to do naturally. Innerly I wanted to do that. So Turkish right back is really compact, really well educated right back. It's like a full right back. He has many skills. Maybe the Netherlands game, we didn't see his all skills, all potential, but I love watching him. I love him to do many things. He can come to help the defense. He can dribble with the ball, and he can get inside. He can make those kind of passes to wall, and he can both inside and outside. He knows football. You understand, like when you watch, he plays the game professionally. Zeki Çelik, he has that infrastructure. He has that fundamental, that he has that basis on his mind, and he has that. This is also talent. Because some football players, when they play, they don't they just play instinctively. They just play by their emotions, and they forgot the system. He is not that type of football player. So we need, as Turkish football team, we need much of it. And then from then, if those kind of players could be majority of our lineups, we can have our system. Honestly and unfortunately, we don't have system. If we have more goals than opponent, we win. We don't know how to defense. We didn't know in previous teams. We don't have any defensive system. We don't have any transition game system. We don't have how to attack. We are not we are. I think we play as like team, and our football players individually who are successful on other leagues, and every individual who has quality, they try to put their individual skills on pitch. But this is not to be a perfect team. This is not how to earn, how to gain many cups, how to be champion. We knew Greece. We knew Greece won a European Cup. If I'm not mistaken, 2004. So 2004 Cup. Greece won. You cannot win many cups. You cannot win consecutively cups. You cannot be favorite team as doing defense. But Otto Rehagel, which was a German coach, wanted to play this physical defensive team that time, and they luckily won. They were lucky. They were lucky on many games, but they had system, which after Otto Rehagel get contracted with other teams, club teams, but he wasn't successful. But even though they had a system, unfortunately we have never had a system, because as a football fan, sometimes improvisational things are good also. Make football more watchable, more funny, more entertaining sometimes. But when you watch a national team, important national team, sometimes you need to predict what you are going to see. Turkish team doesn't have that, but we have full support of Turkey, because this is not an easy thing to do it from night to morning. So we have good individual players and we are proud of them. So Hakan Çalhanoğlu's strike also, it was really an individual of quality could make it. So we see during all past years, and this year also, he continued to do that. He has that skill. If you give him a space, he can strike, and he struck. So he found the place exactly he was going to search. He was going to search. So he got that skill also. So we need to unit. I think Şenol Güneş, Turkish coach, needs to unit day by day, unit those skills, and form. We need to form a good team vibe. We need to be contribute, and we need to one football player's skill is required to complete, if not complete exactly, if it's not complete, it is not completing other skill exactly, he at least must support with their skill. Every individual, every football player must support other football players' skill. For example, Lionel Messi, with his strike, with his assists, with his many dribblings, he create, at the same time he was creating space to Luis Suarez. They were good duo. They were doing good things, and when Messi was playing with Luis Suarez, he had space for himself also. They just didn't put their skills, but they find the way to ease others' opportunity, they eased for others job. So they were doing team job. And they started to know each other. Unfortunately, from preparation games, on friendly games, you cannot see. You mustn't see sometimes on friendly games. But we need to find this harmony. We mustn't we mustn't be too happy for that win, and we need to wait. But this team deserve to be supported. I like every individual, and it is it is by far it is of discussion, this game, because not club teams. Club teams doesn't play. Clubs teams doesn't play a huge role here. Many football players from outside, they are outsiders. They are foreigners in couple of important leagues. So it is also it will break unnecessary pressure on national team. Maybe involuntarily, but fortunately it will happen, and it has happened also. We need to I need to talk many other things. Continuation is important. So at first week I talked about Fenerbahçe Beşiktaş derby, and we expected too many goals. And after shutting that video, I thought, I don't know, if I'm like crazy, I wanted to say those things to predict something out of possibility, but it happened in this way. So many goals were coming almost, but Fenerbahçe goalkeepers, especially Fenerbahçe's goalkeeper, had a good job. His saves was safe, of quality, and exactly safe. Any other goalkeepers cannot save them easily, because he get strong hand, he had strong gloves. His positioning, he made a good job again. So, and many positions. I watched highlights, and it was happened like in this way. There were many positions. How Galatasaray and Fenerbahçe game, Galatasaray Fenerbahçe derby, was a little bit, not little bit, too barren. It was infertile, but in terms of positions, at least I saw many positions in 3.5 minute highlights. I watched many positions, and it was both teams were close. Some moments they were close to make second, third goals. I think Beşiktaş were a part that they had produced much more positions than other team, than their opponent. In the end, it's fantastic strike from Ozan Tufan on 89 minute. And before the game also, I thought if Beşiktaş won, it is really difficult to watch. It's like boring continuation, because 8-point difference, 8-point clearance with one game in hand. I thought Fenerbahçe was going to react, and reaction. Something happened. Maybe as score I didn't predict, but the game happened. The game was exactly what I thought, what I had played in my brain. And Fenerbahçe, in the national break, they sacked, and as they said, they abolished their contract with their coach. Reciprocally, they got an agreement, and they abolished the contract of Fenerbahçe's coach Erol Bulut. I think it was coming. We all knew it. It was coming, but the time the time is wrong. Time is wrong and unnecessary. Why at international break? Okay, maybe Beşiktaş must have played more dominant than Fenerbahçe, but it is not literally, but seemingly it was a away game for Fenerbahçe, and Beşiktaş can finish. So it is not about the result of Beşiktaş and Fenerbahçe. It was coming, so it must have happened. It should have happened much before than this, or the team Fenerbahçe should have waited at least end of the season. So I think the time is wrong, as we told, and in the final of this season I will technically analyze a Fenerbahçe team, and if they are not going to be champion, because mathematically they have an opportunity and just 5 points difference between Beşiktaş and Fenerbahçe, so I will technically analyze. And I didn't like performance of Erol Bulut. I think it was low than mediocre also, but time I didn't find correct. And this is national teams are about vibe. Luckily I got my yesterday bad sleep are good. I will announce the games. South Africa, Ghana, draw. I was expected that because they were sharing first and second places, and I think it was directly it was going to be a draw, because on fifth game they both have left one game, so it was good result for both of them, and it was like a common, those kind of games we know in football. 49th minute, on 49th minute, one of them got the lead, and 2 minutes later Edero was like arranged, as if it was like arranged. It was like, okay, it was coming. Scotland, Australia. See, Scotland, Austria. It was a draw also. And Hungary, Poland. 5 lira to 90 lira. So I expect that football is industry, but don't pay. Don't bet with millions. With mil liras. Mil lira, 10,000 mil lira, 100,000 mil lira. Is Spain, goal. Spain and Greece, a draw. Just for 3 lira, just for $1, just for $1, $2. The bet also must be your entertainment, not your stress, not your heart attack, like heart. Oh, Spain must win, and I will be $1 million billionaire. I will be billionaire. It's not true. If you bet too much on favorite teams, you will lose your money. You will be stressful. You will be unhappy. Find 3 game, 4 game draw. Find a good ratio. Predict. And this is national games, national break, first games, and this is about gut. This is about prediction. This is about sixth sense. If it is happen. If it doesn't happen, you cannot earn money from football. This is addiction. You cannot save. You cannot subsist on betting. Bet is just for having fun. If you don't have any job to roll on, you betting, you will dig your grave, your coffin, your, I don't know, your you will dig uh, yourself. You will undermine your future. This is all it is. Football fans, especially football fans, because basket fans, tennis fans, other UFC fans, other volleyball people don't bet a lot. Football fans betting unnecessary, too much amount of money kill your nerve system. You are going to be unbalanced people. Okay, I accept that in modern life, bad football is industry. You need to buy a jersey. You need to buy maybe football boot, short, many kind of accessories of your football team, maybe video games if you play, any other thing. But don't bet for your life. Bet for your fun. Bet for your funny 90 minutes, more intense and more maybe memorable time. But in the end, it is something that you cannot subsist. You cannot rely on living up by betting. Bet for yourself, not bet for other people that you don't know. We will see each other next time. It is too long. I hope some people can find time to listen to me. I like football. I like myself. I like everybody. Next time.